Hello friends! This is a really simple story to tell, and you can use any combination of puppets that you happen to have that sort of relate to a farm. This story is called The Little Rabbit Who Liked to Say Moo by Jonathan Allen. In the original book, there's a rabbit, a cow, a sheep, a pig, a donkey, a duck. So I have a variety of farm puppets, so I like to just tell the story with what I have and have it be a surprise and ask the kids for who they think is going to come next. And sometimes I have those puppets in my bin, sometimes I don't, so the element of surprise is really fun though. So it's really simple, and sometimes I use the puppet stand with it, and otherwise they kind of forget who we already saw in the story. And sometimes I don't. It depends what age level I'm dealing with. So this one's really funny and really easy to do. So here we go. Hello friends, this is my friend Little Rabbit. Can we say hi, Little Rabbit? Hi, Little Rabbit. Great. So Little Rabbit is really silly. Are you silly? Yeah, I thought so. So Little Rabbit was thinking one day. So when he thinks, you can help me. You could put your, make a thinking face like this. So put your thumb in your fist like this. Put it on your chin and go, Perfect. Okay, here we go. So Little Rabbit was on the farm one day and he began to think, And he opened up his little tiny mouth and he decided to make a really silly sound. Are you ready to listen? Okay, shh. We want to be able to hear him. Okay. He went, hoo, hoo. I know, it's silly, right? Rabbits don't say hoo hoo, right? Who says hoo hoo? Of course, you're right. Owls. So, let's see who flies over to the farm and sees Little Rabbit. Owl. You were right, right? Owl says, Little Rabbit, why are you saying hoo? You're not an owl. And Little Rabbit says, well, because I like to say hoo. It's fun and it's silly. Oh, said Little Owl. Well, can you make any other noises? Sure, said Rabbit. So Rabbit thought about this for a moment. And I like the puppet stand too, so I don't bring out the same animal twice. So it helps me as well. And again, you could usually, I usually sit up on a little stool, so I'm a little bit taller than the kids in case they come up and try to grab something. I have a little bit of height on them. And I usually put the puppet stand behind me on a table, so out of their reach. So the story continues on and on. So you could say, oink, piggy comes over, right? You could say any kind of animal noise. It doesn't even have to be a farm animal. You could just use the puppets that you have. And then to end the story, in the book, the last animal asks what Little Rabbit's favorite noise is, and he says woof, and we never saw a dog in the story. So usually, depending on which animals come out, I make up a noise that has nothing to do with any of the animals I have left in my farm bin. Or you could use the ending like from Bark George, where Little Rabbit could say hello. So this is a pretty easy, fun one, and the kids, you could tell it over and over with different puppets and they'll always get a little bit of a different experience. Also, if you have a very small group and you have enough puppets to give out, I would hand each kid a puppet, and then you could be looking at them and you could say, oh, I wonder what noise, let's think about this, what noise is Little Rabbit going to make? And then, you could say meow, and so the child that has the cat can come up and, do a little puppet play with you, get their turn. You could take the puppet from them, put it on the puppet stand, ask them to sit down. So you can really use this story in a variety of ways. Also, I've made a flannel board out of it, and that's pretty fun too, with some bubbles that say the different noises. So that's a little bit of, adding a little bit of a literacy component into it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can use it. The Little Rabbit Who Liked to Say Moo.